So thanks all for joining. Tonight we are going to learn the love story and the love at first sight between Rosalind and Orlando, the hero and heroine of this comedy, hero and heroine of this play. So after winning the wrestling, Duke Frederick didn't give the reward to Orlando because Orlando is the son of Sir Rowland de Boys, and Sir Rowland de Boys was a good person and was a close friend of Duke Senior, the brother of Duke Frederick. And because of this jealousy, because of this problem, Duke Frederick refused to reward Orlando. So the young Orlando is still sad because though he won, but he didn't get the prize. You know that after the wrestling, Rosalind and Celia, both cousins, they were observing the situation. So Rosalind enjoyed that Orlando won the wrestling, and Celia also. So after that scene, Orlando and Rosalind, they both met. Okay. So Rosalind found that Orlando didn't get the prize. So to be sympathetic, Rosalind gave a chain, a necklace. You can say a necklace. Rosalind gave a necklace to Orlando as a gift, as a reward, as a prize. Okay. And instantly Rosalind fall in love with Orlando because of his good looking, charming, bravery, whatever. Okay. So there are different stages of love. There are many reasons that why you fall in love in your life, in your real life. For example, in your childhood or in your high school life, you fall in love with your classmate because of his well handwriting, because of his talent, and because of his ranking in your class. The first boy in the class is loved by almost all girls of the class because his handwriting is good, his dress up is good, he is good looking. Okay. And good looking is also not important in your high school level. Only the you are a good student and your handwriting is good, so someone will propose you, there is no doubt. So go back to your past memories and try to recollect your memories. Okay, I think this will be same to same and you will agree with me, there is no doubt. But in high school level, you will have some bad feelings or good feelings in your love. That means your love will grow. Your love will grow in your college life. That except the physical beauty, you need something more. You want to be satisfied by your beloved, legally or illegally. Because in college level, you have grown up and you know about the secret of a girl and a girl know about the secret of a boy. And that's why the relationship during the college life is very harmful and very dangerous. It will lead you to the romantic love. Romantic love lead you to the physical love, and your romantic love will at least lead you to commit suicide, to death. That's why before marriage, romantic love is not allowed. Romantic love is not good because romantic love will lead you to death. That means you will compel to commit suicide because of your mistakes. Okay, because when you fall in love, you are actually a mad, because you don't have any common sense, you have common sense, but you cannot use your common sense, because love is like a wall between your sense and what you are doing. Okay, so you always avoid the good advices from others when you are in love, because love is a madness. Love is like a drug. When you fall in love, you are actually drowsy. You are asleep. Your sense is asleep. Your brain is asleep. Your brain does not work properly when you are in a relationship. That's why love is actually a madness. Okay, it doesn't care about your age, about age distinction, about classification. Okay, and in this comedy, such kind of indications you will have about love. Okay, but in your college love, in your college life, love is actually changeable, because during the college life, lovers, they always want to enjoy the best side of the girls, and girls want to enjoy the best side of the boys. They don't think about the future, about their upcoming future, what will happen. Okay, but in your university life, in this life where you are right now, in this life you think about your future, about your career, and you have this ability and capacity to think that if I do it, what will be the result, or what will be the next result. That's why before doing something, you think many times. Okay, so this age is somewhat safe. This time is somewhat safe in order to fall in love, because you are mature right now. But in your college life, you are somewhat mature, but not according to your intellect, not according to your brain, according to your intellect. In your college life, you are a flying bird, and if a flying bird falls in love, then he will fly more and more. But in this time, in your university life, actually you are not like a flying bird, but you have many responsibilities. You have the thought of your family, of your parents, the dream of your parents, the desire of your mind, the wish of your heart. You have everything in front of you, and regarding these matters, you cannot do anything easily in this section, in this time. Okay, because you are mature, you can think about anything, and these all help you to do any wrong things during this time. So we are talking about first love at first sight. So Rosalind falls in love with Orlando, and Orlando also falls in love with Rosalind. This love is called love at first sight. Okay, and you know, Rosalind heard or overheard the conversation between Orlando and Duke Frederick, and Rosalind got it that Orlando is the son of Sir Rowland Boyce, and Sir Rowland Boyce was a good friend of the father of Rosalind. So this information helped Rosalind to increase her wish to love him more. It encourages her to fall in love with Orlando. So Rosalind gave a necklace to Orlando as a prize, as a reward, as a gift, because of his winning wrestling. Okay, so Orlando didn't express his feelings that he is in love with Rosalind. Even Rosalind didn't express her feelings before Orlando that she is in love with Orlando. Their love is right now unspeakable. They didn't express their feelings. So Orlando left the place, and Rosalind and Celia, they both entered inside the royal palace. Okay, they both entered inside the royal palace. Now, now, inside the royal palace, there is Duke Frederick, father of Celia. You know, Celia and Rosalind, they both are good friends, and Celia loves Rosalind. Okay. As I told you last night, that Duke Frederick fears that my niece Rosalind is more beautiful than my daughter, and her virtues, her qualities, everything is more than my daughter. So one day Rosalind will become famous, and my daughter will be hidden under the virtues of my niece. So I should not allow her to stay in the royal palace. I should banish her as I banished her father, Duke Senior. Okay. According to his decision, Duke Frederick went before Rosalind and order her, leave this royal palace. Leave this royal palace. Okay. You cannot stay here. Leave this royal palace. Your father was a traitor, and you are the daughter of a traitor. So there was a conversation between Duke Frederick and Rosalind. Rosalind was crying, and she is telling that my father was not a traitor. He was a good man. What is my fault? Why I cannot stay here in this royal palace? Okay. This is the house of my father. You seized the property of my father, and you are telling my father that my father is a traitor. It's not right. So she got ultimatum by Duke Frederick that tomorrow you will leave this royal palace. Otherwise you will be killed, you will be punished. So you have only one option, you will leave this royal palace. Then Duke Frederick leaves the scene, and he left the stage. Duke Frederick. Now Rosalind is crying, and Celia, her cousin, she is trying to console her. So there was a little conversation between Celia and Rosalind regarding the sad mood of Rosalind. So Rosalind is fatherless right now. Her father is living in the forest of Arden, Duke Senior, and Rosalind is in the royal palace. So Celia and Rosalind, they are thinking that Celia said, I love you too much. I cannot stay in this royal palace alone without you. So Rosalind also said that what should you do? Celia said that it's not possible for me to lead my life without you, Rosalind, because I always trust you, I always love you. I don't trust my father, Duke Frederick. So Celia and Rosalind, they both planned, they took decision to flee from the royal palace. Try to understand. Rosalind and Celia, they both decided to flee from the royal palace. Celia and Rosalind. So I think, and they think that this is the better plan. Okay. Because Celia cannot stay in this royal palace alone without Rosalind, and Rosalind, if stay here, Duke Frederick probably will kill her. Okay. So according to the plan of Rosalind and Celia, they took some gold coins secretly, and they took their clothes, and they took complete preparation to leave the royal palace in the midnight. Okay. But their decision was that where they will go, Rosalind and Celia, where they will go after leaving this royal palace. So Rosalind said that my father, Duke Senior, is living in the forest of Arden. So we both will go to the forest of Arden, and we will search my father, Duke Senior, and we will meet him. Okay. So this is the decision of Rosalind and Celia. They took gold coins, and it was their final decision. And you know, there was a jester, there was a joker in the royal palace, and he was Touchstone. As I told you, Touchstone was a joker, a jester, a fool fellow in the royal palace, in the royal court. He was he was in the favor of Rosalind and Celia. Touchstone was in the favor of Rosalind and Celia. So when Rosalind and Celia they were leaving the royal palace, they took Touchstone along with them. So Touchstone accompanied them. The fool, the jester, the joker of the royal palace, Mr. Touchstone, he was taken by Rosalind and Celia along with them in the forest of Arden. Okay, so now Rosalind, Celia and Touchstone, they three, they left the royal palace and they are on the way of the forest of Arden. And one more important information is Rosalind and Celia, before leaving the royal palace, they decided that they will disguise. Okay, they will disguise and they will change their name so that no one can recognize them in the forest of Arden. And in the forest of Arden, it is not safe for two girls to travel in the forest. Otherwise, the gang of robbers or the bad people, they can attack them and they can seize their prestige. There is a kind of fear. So Rosalind said that I will disguise as a young boy and my name will be Gynamedy. My name will be Gynamedy. Remember, my name will be Gynamedy. Let me share the screen. You will have the name. So according to the plan of Rosalind, she will disguise like a young boy. She will disguise like a young boy and her name will be Gynamedy. So now Rosalind is actually Gynamedy. Look at the screen. I hope the screen has been changed. And the disguise characters, look at the screen. Disguise characters. Saddobeshi. Okay, Saddobeshi character. So Rosalind became a boy in disguise. Rosalind became a boy and she named her name Gynamedy. Okay, and Celia disguised as a girl. She is a girl, no doubt, but she is disguised in another girl. And she is now Elena. She is now Elena. Look at your screen, the first disguise characters, Gynamedy and Elena. So this is the disguise characters in the comedy of William Shakespeare. In the comedy of William Shakespeare used disguise characters, and this is the moment, this is the place where William Shakespeare used disguise characters. So Gynamedy is playing the role of Rosalind, but at the same time she is playing a role of a boy, young boy, a youth, a very smart and dashing boy. Okay, and Elena, she disguised as a shepherdess, Rakhal Konna, shepherdess. বুঝতে পারছো? So Elena became like a shepherdess and her name is Elena. I mean Celia. Celia became Elena. Rosalind became Gynamedy. So Elena is a girl and Gynamedy is a boy. This is their disguise name, their pseudonym. Okay, pseudonym. So Touchstone, the fool, the jester, and Rosalind, I mean now she is Gynamedy, and Selina, now she is Elena. Celia, now she is Elena. The three went to the forest of Arden. Their purpose is to search Duke Senior and to meet with him. Okay, so they are now in the forest of Arden. Who? Rosalind, Celia, and Touchstone. Now you know that. Let's go to the family of Orlando and Oliver. You know that Oliver hired Charles, the wrestler, in order to break the ribs and bones of his brother Orlando, because his behavior is not good. He is demanding his property according to the will of his father. Okay, so Orlando, the demand of Orlando was, give me my part, my property in the land of my father, in the house of my father. I will leave this house and I will leave my house, or I will build another house somewhere. Okay, so give me my property, give me my part in the property of my father. So it was the fault of Orlando. That's why Oliver, his senior brother, he hired the professional wrestler Charles in order to break the legs, ribs, and bones of Oliver, bones of Orlando. But you know that in the wrestling, Orlando, the hero, he won the game and he defeated the professional wrestler Charles. And Oliver heard this news. Oliver heard this news sitting at his house. Try to understand. Oliver heard this news that my younger brother Orlando defeated the strong wrestler Charles, whom he hired in order to break his legs and bones. Okay, so Adam was at home. Adam, the old servant, the faithful servant, the loyal servant. So at the same time, Adam was at home. So with another person, Oliver, he was planning. He was planning to kill Orlando, because the wrestler could not break the legs and bones of Orlando. That's why Oliver is making a trap. Oliver is making next trap, next plan. Try to understand. Oliver, the brother of Orlando, he is making the next plan in order to teach Orlando. Oliver decided that when in the midnight or when in the evening Orlando will return home and he will sleep inside his room, then we will put fire in the house and Orlando will be burned. Orlando will be burnt and he will die. And I will enjoy his property. Okay, try to understand. So this is the hypocrisy, this is the crime, this is the hatred, this is the jealousy of a brother for his own brother has shown in this comedy. So Adam, the old servant, try to understand, Adam, the old servant, overheard the conversation. Try to understand. Adam, the old servant, he overheard the plan and the conversation of Oliver. So Adam is waiting outside the house. Adam is waiting for Orlando outside the house in order to stop Orlando to enter inside his room, because there is a bloody plan. There is a bloody plan to kill him. So Adam is standing outside the house. Suddenly Orlando came and Adam stopped Orlando that, master, my dear master, Master Orlando, stop here. Don't go inside your room, because your brother, your own brother, Oliver, he planned to kill you by fire. When you will enter inside your room and you will sleep, then he will put fire in your house and you will be burned. This is his plan. I overheard it, and by God it is true, and I don't want to lose you. Let's leave this house. According to Adam told Orlando that let's leave this house. We should not stay here. This house is dangerous for you. Oliver will take your life, your valuable life. Let's go elsewhere. So Orlando, as a virtuous young boy, he listened the old servant Adam, and Adam and Orlando. You can say Adam said that I have my savings. I saved in my long career. I have my savings. So let's go along with my savings. You can use my savings. So Adam told Orlando that you can use my gold coins, my savings, which I earned from your family. Though you don't have money right now, but let's go. Let's leave this house. So where should they go? Then Adam and Orlando, they decided that we should go to the forest of Arden, a safe place, a natural area, a beautiful place. Let's go to the forest of Arden. Now listen very carefully. Try to understand the situation. Now everything will happen inside the forest. The forest is actually the forest of Arden. Okay, so now Orlando and Adam, the hero Orlando and Adam, they both are in the forest of Arden in order to live a free life from the enmity of his brother, from the strife of his brother. And another part, Rosalind as Ganymede, as a young boy, and Celia as a shepherdess, a young girl, she is Elena, and the Joker, the jester, Touchstone. They three are in the forest of Arden. They are searching, Duke Senior, the father of Rosalind. Okay, and Duke Senior is in the forest of Arden till his banishment, till his exile. Okay, so now inside the forest, the meeting of Duke Senior is going on. So Duke Senior, it is the time of breakfast, it is the time of lunch, it is the time of dinner. So during the breakfast or during the lunch, all the members of Duke Senior who accompanied him inside the forest of Arden, they are just before the Duke Senior, and there is Jacques the philosopher, and there is the singer Amiens. The singer, he accompanied Duke Senior. Jacques the philosopher, he accompanied Duke Senior in the forest of Arden. They all are gathered in a place, and they are gossiping, they are discussing. And Duke Senior as an honest person, a good person, so he is delivering his philosophy of life. What is life actually? So Duke Senior said that Duke Senior said that this life is better, this forest life is better than the life of royal palace, because there is no problem in the forest. Of course there are problems, but not like the misery of the royal palace, misery of the court. Because in this forest there is not any strife, there is not any enmity between two brothers. There is not anything like the royal palace. So this forest life, this traveling life, or this monk life is actually painful, there is no doubt. Adventure is always painful, but adventure is also sweet. So forest life is painful. There is rain, there is fog, there is mist, there is snow, and there is the dangerous animals all around the forest. In this case, this place is not safe. Otherwise, if you search or if you Google the mental peace, then the forest is better than the royal palace. Okay, so nothing comes easily. You should work hard, nothing comes easily. So according to Duke Senior, life is very hard. Okay, and after listening Duke Senior, now Jacques speaks out. Jacques, the natural philosopher. So Jacques said that the worlds I stays, all the worlds I stays, all the men and women are merely players. They have their entrance and their existence. A man plays several roles during his time. Try to understand. You will memorize these lines. I will show you the lines, don't worry. Jacques wants to say that all the world is like a theater. All the world is like a stage or a theater. And we, the human, we all are actors and actresses. We have our different roles. And one person plays many roles or several roles during his time. For example, I, Mr. Umar Farooq, once I was a child, so I played the role of a child in my life. Then I became a boy, a teenage boy. I played the role of a teenage boy. Now I am teaching you. This is another stage of my life. I am playing the role of a teacher. And I am married also. So I am playing the role of a husband. And once I will become tired probably I will be a soldier in a specific moment of my life, and at the end of my life I will become an old person, an old person, not adult but old person. And after this stage, old age, I will second childhood will come. Second childhood will come. Our old age, the time before our death, the time before our death, in our old age, this moment is called the second childhood. Okay, second childhood. So we become teethless. We cannot eat everything. We cannot digest everything. We cannot listen everything properly. We cannot speak properly like a child. A child can listen but cannot speak. A child want to move but cannot move, cannot walk. So the old age is called second childhood according to William Shakespeare. Okay, such kind of philosophical conversation continued in the meeting of Duke Senior, and it is going on inside the forest of Arden. Try to remember this one. And now inside the forest of Arden, Orlando, Orlando and Adam, they are walking in the forest of Arden. But Orlando is young and a strength. He has a strength, physical strength and power. He can walk properly. But Adam is not a young man. So Adam is an old person. So he cannot walk like Orlando. So Adam, as an old man, he is very tired. He is very hungry. So Adam said that I cannot walk anymore. I need food. I cannot walk anymore. I need food. So Orlando told Adam that please stay here. I am searching for food. I am looking for food for you. Don't move from here. Just wait here. I am just coming. Okay. Then Orlando the hero, he is looking for food or water. Not for him but for the old servant Adam, the old person. Suddenly Orlando found that a group of people, they are gathered and a conversation is going on, and this is their lunch time. Okay. So suddenly Orlando took his sword and attacked on that group alone, because he is hero. And he said that give me food, otherwise I will kill you all. Give me food, otherwise I will kill you all. Then Duke Senior, as a decent person, polite person, he said that don't worry. You need not kill anyone for food or water, or for food or fruits. Okay? Don't worry, sit along with us and eat as much as you can. Then Orlando said that, okay, you are a good man, good person. Then Orlando downed his sword. Orlando said, actually I am not searching food for myself, but there is an old man, Adam, my servant, loyal servant. He is very hungry, he is very thirsty. He is unable to walk because of his hungriness, because of his empty stomach. Okay. Then Duke Senior said that don't worry, you can bring that person here, and we all will take lunch here. Don't worry, we will wait for you. Go and bring that old servant, old person here. We are waiting. Okay. These are the virtues of good people or good persons. So don't worry, you need not to kill anyone for food or fruits. Just sit here and eat. Okay. And there was then Duke Senior asked Orlando that what is your identification? Then Orlando said that I am the son of Sir Rowland de Boys. I am the son of Sir Rowland de Boys. I am Orlando, son of Sir Rowland de Boys. Then Duke Senior said that, oh, he was my friend. He was my good friend. He was my close friend. But he died. And I regret because of his death. But you are a good young boy. the son of my friend, go and bring that old person here, and we all will take lunch. Okay, so this scene is end here. Now in the forest of Arden, you know, there is Rosalind, there is Celia, there is Touchstone. Okay, so you know, Rosalind disguised as Ganymede, a young boy, young shepherd, and Celia, she disguised as a young shepherdess, and her name is Elena. Okay, and Touchstone the fool, he accompanied them. So Rosalind and Celia, they are actually walking in the forest of Arden, and suddenly Rosalind heard a voice of a young boy, young shepherd, and he was shouting that mane Phoebe. Sometimes we shout the name of our beloved. For example, Ridrita, Romeo, Juliet, where thou art for Romeo. So in English, the young shepherd, he is shouting the name of his beloved, Phoebe, I love you, Phoebe, where are you, Phoebe? So this is a kind of madness, and Rosalind heard this voice, this sound. Okay, so Rosalind called Touchstone and Celia, come here. Here is a young boy who is in love, and he is calling his beloved. So Rosalind called that young boy, who are you? He said that I am Silvius, a mad lover. I am Silvius, a mad lover, and I am madly love in I am madly love with Phoebe, but Phoebe is absent right now, but he is madly love with Phoebe. Okay, so stop here. Again I will return in this place, but let's go to the royal palace. What happened in the royal palace? Okay, so in the royal palace, Duke Frederick, in the next morning, Duke Frederick found that his daughter is absent and his niece is absent. They both are absent in the royal palace. That means his own daughter Celia and his own niece Rosalind, they fled from the royal palace, taking the gold coins. Okay, and suddenly someone informed Duke Frederick that in the house of Oliver, the brother of Oliver, Orlando, he also fled from the house. And Duke Frederick, he thought that probably Orlando took Rosalind and Celia from the royal palace, because during the wrestling and after the wrestling, there was a conversation between Rosalind and Orlando, and Duke Frederick noticed that. That's why Duke Frederick doubted that, bring Oliver here, and asked him, where is my daughter, and where is my niece, and where is his younger brother? So Oliver, the brother of Orlando, he was brought before Duke Frederick. Duke Frederick asked him that, where is your brother? He said that, I don't know where is my brother. My brother and my servant both are missing till the night. Duke Frederick said that, my daughter and my niece, they both are also missing. I think your brother Orlando, the young man, the brave man, he took my niece and daughter from my royal palace. Go and find your brother and find my daughter, find my niece. Go, find my daughter and find your brother. Out বসাই দিতে পারো. Go find my daughter out and find your brother out. Otherwise, I will seize your all properties. Try to understand. I will seize your all properties. Now Oliver is under the threat of Duke Frederick. If he is unable to find out his brother Orlando, then Duke Frederick will seize his all properties and house, and he will become an orphan. Okay, so Oliver is in danger right now. Oliver is in danger right now. Now his duty is to find out his brother along with the daughter of Duke Frederick, Celia. Otherwise, Duke Frederick, according to his decision, he will seize his all properties. Good night. আজকে আর মুখ চলতেছে না।